Fourth is the simplicity, lack of there is no complexity in the mission. The mission is so straightforward and is not seeking any uh, um, mystery or any mystical complexity, but it is to the point, and this is the essence of the religion. And actually, the Prophet ﷺ on many occasions is telling us that we should not take the religion in such artificial and such extremist way, but we have to take it as pure, as simple as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted it to be, and warned those who are to do takalluf or tanattu, and he used various words to shun this attitude, which sometimes delude people who are so zealous or so exaggerating in their feelings that they may go to extremes. There is no extremism, but it is the straightforward relation between man and his Lord, and this is the essence of the religion according to the Prophet's mission. The fifth is the clarity also covers the aims and objectives, and religion, when it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, cannot afford but that, is to be clear in its objectives and its aims. And the aims is, among many aims, is the success and prosperity of mankind, the delivery of mankind, and the attainment again of the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 6 is the asceticism and the avoiding of indulgence in worldly life and being or falling to the temptation of desires and whims. 7, last but not least, is focusing on the principle of Tawheed and the dogma of the Tawheed, or the faith of Tawheed, and to strengthen the Iman and the faith in the unseen. In order to achieve the message and to be capable of guiding human beings to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to His way, the Prophets were equipped with very noble characteristics. I have 3 minutes, so I will give you briefly what are the main ones, and I have chosen 6 basic qualities. The first of them is the truthfulness, to be truthful, sidq, and this is very logic, and the logic of the matter is, if someone is calling you and you know that he is not telling the truth, it is just a waste of time. And that's why all the prophets were known to never said a lie, and the Prophet ﷺ in particular was known as the Sadiq or Sadiq al-Amin throughout his life. Even his enemies, they acknowledge that. We have this famous encounter between Abu Sufyan before he became a Muslim and the emperor of the Byzantines, who was gathering some information, and one of the main questions he asked Abu Sufyan, what do you think of this man? Before he said, we know him to be truthful, saying the truth all the time. And that was enough for the Caesar or the emperor to know that this must be a prophet, cannot be otherwise. The second thing is that they are honest. They have also this trustworthiness, and again the Prophet ﷺ was al-Amin. And the third one is that their ability to convey, or tabligh, they take this tabligh as their sacred mission, the Prophet ﷺ, 23 years was day and night. All the prophets, Nuh alayhi salam, 950 years, conveying the message, trying all, seizing every opportunity, every chance. We have Yusuf alayhi salam, even within the jail, when he was jailed, he was also trying to convey the message. This confinement, or this dedication to the mission of conveying the message. Fourth is intellectual abilities or intelligence. We're all intelligent and bright, and we'll see that when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was challenged by the king, he used a very intelligent logic. The king claimed that he has got powers, that he can make people die, or he can keep them or provide them the life. Ibrahim alayhi salam answered in one sentence, telling him that God is bringing the sun every morning from the east. Would you bring it from the west? And the king was stunned. He couldn't even open his mouth. Now, fifth quality of these great leaders of humanity is that they are sound and they look in good shape, and they don't have any defects. And this again is one of the things which make their job pleasant and open the hearts of people to them. Last but not least is their infallibility. They were infallible, no mistakes, and this is in Islam is a very essential thing, because when these guides, when these teachers of humanity are teaching, they're supposed to tell us the right thing, and they're supposed to do it correctly and soundly. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected them in their missions from committing sins or mistakes. We cannot afford but respect them, love them, and this love to the Prophet and to the Prophets is something which is not grasped well by different people who are not Muslims, or people who are living our modern times. They found it a bit unusual to have such huge love. But we love them because they were those who led us to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we consider their love as part of our love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their obedience and their following is part of our obedience and following of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As a Muslim, I don't find this difficult, because Quran is teaching me that, because the Prophet ﷺ told us that, and we were taught by our parents and foreparents to love the Prophets and to admire them. And we found that this is very positive as well, because these great personalities are like the stars. They are the guide for us, and we are using them as role models as well. In a time when we look around and we don't find such role models, and we find that the corruption is spreading everywhere, and those who have become great names, and the media is putting them and making idols of them and the heroes of them, are really too mean and too hypocrite. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and are very grateful to Him that He sent to us such noble people, and we thank Him that they were working in light, and their history has been preserved to us for us to learn this time and all the times until the end of the time. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم.